DJ Tiny Tim, and we're going to be doing a new one here. We're going to be doing a live stream for Gold Mining Simulator. Now, a little strange here. This used to be Gold Rush, the game, which I guess is based on the TV show Gold Rush, which I actually never saw. Um, I don't, I don't watch reality TV, especially like bad fake reality TV. But I also, oh, I gotta edit this freaking damn. Hold on a second here. Two things at once. Um, but I just like didn't even watch TV at the time that this came out, so um, I actually didn't even really know it existed, which is kind of funny in its own right. But this is not even a new game. This game's got an interesting sort of thing. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. You edit, invert selection, delete. All right, there we go. Trying to edit the thumbnail so it doesn't have stupid black bars on the side of it. So, wish me luck. Change it out. Why won't you let me change it out? Wow. That just demonstrably looks worse. What is going on here? I got a cat doing something stupid. Yeah, yeah. You get away. No one goes in there. All right. Isn't life fun? So I've got issues literally all over the damn place here. Maybe just that. Luckily, no one's paying attention here. Why is this being like this? Meow. Fucking you try to go online, and then the cats become the cats. Save this image again. Yes, my squealy little kitten. Yeah, that's you. You're the squealy little kitten. Meow. Command K. That's how you freaking crop. As usual, I'm having all of the troubles. Okay, let's try this again. Change. And I've still got black bars. I just don't understand why it's so hard to generate an image that is the actual size that you need using ChatGPT. Why can't they ever just get it right? Oh my fucking god. These fucking cats, man. You know what? Close enough for me. Save. All right. Finally live with the right thumbnail. I've just got the wrong cats. You guys are all fucking assholes. All right. You guys have to watch this screen for another minute because I got to still deal with some shit. Get out. Get out. Get all the way out. All the way out.
go away. This is here for a reason. That reason is for you to go away from it. Get. Leave it alone.
You always forget when you have kittens that part of your job is to keep them from killing themselves. Okay, guys. As I was saying, we're here playing Gold Mining Simulator. My audio is a little weird because I'm not wearing my headphones right now because I got a tiny headache. I don't feel like having them pressing on my head. And the audio is not really all that important at the moment. I might turn this into like a vlog because there's not really much to talk about in this game. So maybe I'll just talk while I'm playing. This is the kind of game that you put an audio book on or you listen to music while you're playing. It's not like a lot of storyline in it. It's very similar to like Farming Simulator when it comes to that. So, let's see. This used to be Gold Rush the game, based on the TV show Gold Rush. I don't watch reality shows, especially the fake ones like that, and I stopped watching TV well over a decade ago. So I know nothing about this show. That's it. The cats want to kill themselves, they're going to die. I'm done getting up, trying to police them. So a couple years ago, the Code Horizon people, as you can see in the bottom right, lost the rights from Discovery for the name and the likeness and all that kind of stuff for the show. So and it was crazy. It happened on April 1st, so everyone thought it was an April Fool's joke. They changed the name of the game. They went in, they stripped out this whole background. Used to have like the faces of the people from the show, and their names showed up in the game. Anyway, they did like a 12 gigabyte update. I only know this because I did a quick deep dive, sure, into the game last night just to sort of see why they changed its name because I was like, I'm pretty sure this used to be called Gold Rush. So I saw another YouTuber named Gray Still Plays, one of my favorite insane video game players. He plays the weirdest games and he's insane about the way he does it. But I saw him play this, God, 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, something like that, and was so enthralled with what he was doing that I had to go get the game. Luckily, I found it on sale. I played it for a long time. I think I played it during COVID. So yeah, that would have been 6 years ago. So I think I had it before COVID and I played it during COVID. Well, I would also play it at work because again, you can turn your brain off on this one. Like you can 100% DJ a strip club while playing this game. No question about it. And eventually I just sort of got away from it. I don't even know why. I like games where you have to like figure out all of the ins and outs of the simulation, that kind of stuff, and build Rube Goldberg devices and all that kind of stuff. Hey, when I say Rube Goldberg, I mean it. Let's go into my load save. So Dirt Digging Daddy, DJ Goldie, Honest Gold. But here, look at that. Rube Goldberg. That's literally what I called some of these saves. I got a cheater one. We're going to do a quick cheater game because, as you can see, I haven't played this game since 2021. Let's see, that would have been during recovery from a surgery, actually. Yeah, so that would have been 7-9. I think I started playing. The last time I played this is when I was out after having knee surgery. So, yeah, that's what this is. So I have no idea what I'm doing, and I did try to jump into it maybe a year ago. Just try to jump into one of these saves, and I was so completely lost that I just had to back out. I couldn't even figure out how to make something work. I turned off all the tooltips, all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do today is we're going to play maybe an hour, maybe even less than an hour of the cheater version of the game where you get all the help has been turned on. So you go into settings, game, and like everything costs $1. You can make what else can you do? Oh, you can turn off like digging failures and the pressure system. Or, basically, so like machines break, you got to pay for them to be fixed. The water hoses can only push water for a certain distance because without more pumping, because that's how it would work in real life. Stuff like this. Some of these I'll never turn on, like the intense lighting effects. If random events is bad, don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. The pressure system, I might turn that back on because it makes a lot of sense. You can't just run a garden hose for 7 miles and still have water pressure in it. That just doesn't make any sense. The machine failures are absolutely just annoying as fuck, so I'm not going to turn that back on. Digging helper, I don't even know what that means. Does that mean that you just get someone to help you? You can hire people. I know you can hire people, but I don't see how that's anyway. I'm just going to leave that on. Prompts, yes. Golden nugget, yeah. So golden nugget is early on, like at the beginning of the game, you find a big gold nugget. That way, it sort of like jumpstarts your career, and it's worth it. So I'll leave that on. And timescale you can change. This really comes into play with the loan that you have to take out at the beginning of the game. I do know that. Obviously, the longer you go and finding gold on your first day, you can go and pay off the loan, and then never have to pay interest on it. Same with like rentals. But other times you're not paying a loan or you're not paying a rental, going faster is actually better for some things because stuff does take time in game and you can speed it up, which is cool. I'm in America, so we're going to leave this in freedom units. Yes, I have no idea what a meter or a kilometer is in general, so we'll leave that on American as well. And like I said, we're going to play the cheat version. So time scale at 1, yeah, so we'll apply all these. Then we'll go in here and we'll start a new game. So why can I change all my settings and then I got to come in here and change all my settings again? Or they get re-changed? So normal mode, born in Alaska, veterans. Okay. So normal mode turns off the $1 mode, which is fine. I like that. Turns off digging helper. Okay. So I guess that's not someone you can hire. Hold on. Hey, kitten, fucking stop. So you still get the pressure system and that's straight on and off and blocked. You can't even get the easy wash plant placing. That's kind of annoying. It's really annoying to plant that thing and random events are on. I probably just do easy mode and then go change easy mode to my own version, somewhere between easy and normal, intermediate easy, or something like that. But for now, we're going to jump in. Also going to eat some pasta, so deal with it. Ha! Holy crap. Okay. I'm not going to eat some pasta just yet because it is solidified magma. Sounds like it's raining. Okay, welcome to Gold Mining Simulator. Spring again, the Alaskan ice has nearly melted, marking the start of the gold mining season. We've just arrived and are headed toward the picturesque town of Haines. I think that actually might be where the TV shows would place. That I'm not totally sure. The main hub for many mining operations. If this is your first time in Alaska, we've prepared a series of tasks to guide you through the challenge of a miner's life. These tasks will appear at the top left corner of your screen. Follow them carefully and you won't get lost. Lies. Yeah, you can also check your journal for all important game information. The guides from which you can ask us. Okay, I'm just going to leave that as is. Yeah, well, the generator being on sale doesn't matter because everything costs $1. Enter the truck, disable tutorial. Okay, whatever. So we got ourselves a blocky truck here. Okay. So fun fact, yes, so I started playing this before COVID. Yes, that is true. I definitely started playing this before COVID. So I remember seeing this game, seeing this truck, and thinking to myself, you know what? I need a pickup truck. God, how cool would it be to get an old box Chevy, or even like one of the box Fords. I'm a big box Chevy guy. Like a 1500, that kind of stuff. Well, apparently the entire world agreed with me at that exact same moment because every square body truck like quadrupled in price, and they just became impossible to find, even like rusted out versions that would drive. I actually ended up with a 98 F-150, which I still have, which is the first year of the torpedo nose, because I got so wanting to buy a truck from playing this game. And so now I have a lifted F-150. I still got it. Bought it in 2020, and I still have the sucker. Hardly ever drive it, but when I need it, it's right there, ready to go. I'm not doing first person. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right. Show controls. So I remember this game is like really pedantic about a lot of things. So like you gotta start the motor, turn off the handbrake, start rolling back. There's differential lock. Okay, that's L3. All right. And then for no reason whatsoever, I do remember this: the road's blocked off. And so, oh, I remember this too. This game has been updated a million times. There's like a ranked mode for it, or whatever, and they still can't get these zones to load in without having you pause and wait for it to load in, like it's a PS2 game. So when you're off road, they want you to lock the differential, and then when you hit on the road, they'll give you a little warning. Turn off the differential. As far as I know, it actually doesn't do anything to you at all. Whoa, am I trying to like line those up? I don't know. That's wild. I turned the motor off. Sure. Okay. What? Why is it still running? I literally turned it off. That's okay. All right, so with our exhaust blasting in the background, we are going to go ahead and old Glenn. Oh, I read that as old Glenn Beck, and I was like, I want nothing to do with this. We need to do the old Arnold parcel. So there are a bunch of parcels that you can rent out, and I bet you they've added new ones. Maybe not. But you can also get loans, check the stock price of the gold, you sell your gold bars here, and sell gems. I didn't buy the gem expansion. Is this just in here, and if you don't, okay, I guess that makes sense. So first thing we need to do is we need to take out a loan. We're going to take out the biggest loan that we can get. Yeah, I'm going to take out a loan. Then we want to rent. I mean, shit, might as well buy it, right? Because it only costs $1. Upgrade. Well, yeah, whatever that means. I get +1 machine on the parcel. I upgrade another one? How many upgrades can I get? I don't even know what that means. +1 machine slot. Oh, it's parking spaces. Well, I'm by. Oh, there we go. So I've maxed out whatever that was. Okay. Oh, there it is. Maximum machines on parcel 12. So so it starts off with 5 and gets up to 12. Okay. And real fast. Come into settings. Yeah, see 3x on the speed. We're going to go 1x on the speed. What else are we going to change here? Head bobbing, whatever. Autosave's fine. Fahrenheit, gold nuggets enabled, prompter enabled, digging helpers enabled, machine failures disabled, pressure system disabled. Repair. Oh, you could repair your own things. Okay. Yep, we're going to run with all this. Buy beginner miner equipment. Parker picking truck from the part shop. Okay. I do like the on-screen, the map thing to like, oh, start her up, turn off the handbrake. Like they could have easily just made this be like, you teleport into town, but no. Oh, Oh no. Okay, I've gotten stuck on those wood things so many times. So set the handbrake. So this area right here is where like the things that you buy will be dropped, and you have to put them in the bed of the truck. Oh man, look at my vertical. Why am I? Why am I even mining gold, dude? I got a vertical that would put me at the top of the NBA. Holy balls! I should be in the Olympics. Can I? My God, these cats! I can jump straight. I can jump straight up onto the hood of this car. Oh my God, I'm Mario. I want a boing sound. Anyway. All right, we got to enter the machine shop or the parts shop. What entrance? You mean where the bright yellow dot is? Where the entrance is? Okay. So I need to buy a hog pan, no pump, sluice box core, 2 hog pan mats, and a bucket. All right. So like I said, I have played this game, and I do remember some stuff. So all these things can be bought. So you're going to buy buckets. I'm going to get 2 buckets. I'm going to get 3 buckets. Oh my God, it takes up storage slots. Craziness. You do want fuel can, so you can get fuel. Can't buy the duct tape. So you got some of this heavy machinery. So you got a light, you got a fuel tank, you got some trailers that you actually can like hook up and attach things to make it easier to haul some of this stuff. Nuggetator, love that name. So you got like here's the big pumps and such because you need water to do a lot of things. Magnetite, you want to pull magnetite out of the stuff so you can separate it from the gold. You can sell the magnetite as well. So you build up more stuff. Wave table, that's cool. Some water pumps and everything. But so this is your sluice box stuff and hog pan. So obviously you can pan for gold, like you can use your hand panner. And if you don't want to take out a loan, that's an option. Oh yeah, you got all these like tow cables here for like lifting things with like a big front end loader, power cables, extension cables, water hoses, couplers for that, a distributor for the water, or a splitter, whatever. But anyway, so your basic idea is you're going to put one of these boxes on top of these sluice box deals, these things. You're going to dump the dirt into this. You're going to pour water into this, and it's going to come pouring out of it. And then you're going to put these mats down on here, and the mat collects the good heavy gold pieces. Then you're going to take that stuff, and you're going to dunk these in buckets. And then so you rinse all the stuff out of it. Then you take the goldy water in here, and you pour it into your pan, or you pour it into one of these like agitator deals, and it will separate the gold flakes out, or the gold nuggets, hopefully, out of the dirt. And then you collect all that stuff and you sell it. But for now, we're just going to sort of do the tutorial. All right, so we need to get a hog pan, no pump, just to make my life harder. And sluice box core. I'm going to get the extender as well because I want more goodies. Dynamite? I don't think dynamite was in the game last time. Work lights, that's cool. Oh yeah, you got big crates. You can put all the stuff in it and carry it around. So I want to get a trailer right away? I don't think I do. All right, so we're going to go check out. Oh, yeah, so there used to be something else up here. They have definitely changed it. I don't know if Stephen Batty was part of the original TV show or not. Spare parts. Is this where you buy, like, used stuff? Oh, this is how you fix things. Fuel filters. Drill bits. Drill bits, we're going to have to come back and get a drill bit relatively soon in the main gameplay, not in this one. Again, everything we're doing this is just sort of a refresher so I remember what the hell I'm doing. All right, so I don't need to go overboard with any of this stuff. Yep, it's all good. You'll find your area. Order the equipment just outside the store in the designated area. All right. Again, I'm eating pasta. Gold's not going anywhere. Hey, get down from there. My God, these fucking cats, man. So, really? You can't just store it inside there? Nope. Okay, whatever. You know, this really sucks on controller. I remember that. Like, it's to the point where, like, at first I wanted to be like, oh, well, these things cost money, so I'm just going to reuse them in different places. I literally got to the point where I just would leave the setups. Once I made a new setup, you go from, like, tier 1 to tier 2. I just stopped even caring. I would just go buy new ones. It was not worth picking up and moving around and reusing things different places. This is exactly how I would actually load up my own vehicle. Like, without a care in the world. Hopefully nothing falls out. Can't close the sideboard, huh? That's fine. I'm trying to close the tailgate anyway. What just happened? I guess we don't need gas just yet because we don't have any generators. But probably good to do it. Again, I'm eating. Deal with it. All right. Oh, God. Start the car. Turn off the brake. What am I doing? Is there a map? Feels like there should be a map. Huh. Okay. I'm pretty sure there used to be a map. The fuck? Well, I'm going the right way. Well, in fact, they were like, yeah, let's just build the whole town for no reason. Oh, boy. Okay. Definitely not going the right way. That's the equipment rental place right there. Oh, good. Um, yeah. God, this thing's turning radius is worse than a PT Cruiser. Am I still going the wrong damn way? Sure would be nice if I could load the map. Definitely feel like I'm going the wrong way. This is the blacksmith. I think. Nope, it's not even the blacksmith. Oh, my sweet giddy aunt. I bring the map up now? No? How do I bring the frickin' map? Oh, what is this? Oh, I got tools? Okay, well, that's extremely unhelpful. Oh, there we go. So we need to get to here, right? Well, that says Old Arnold parcel. That's where we need to get to. So we got to come down. You have to go through all this whole factory and all that kind of stuff. This is why you don't want to like make multiple trips. All right, so we got to go back into town and we turn left, like here. Can I put a thing? No, of course not. All right, so we got to go back into town. Um, let's step away from this real fast so I can get an idea. Well, there's the little circle thing. So if I'm facing it, I need to go to the right. Okay, yeah. So I need to turn back around. Wow, it's like getting lost in a new town, for real. Is there no like boost? No, of course not. Oh my god, how many times is this zone going to load as I drive into it? How much you want to bet that's where I need to go? That dirt road. Yep, look at that. Follow the tracks. Yes, there's the equipment rental place. And guess what, kitten? When I shove your face away from the food, that means the food is not for you. I gotta get two kittens trying to eat my goddamn fucking pasta. Garlic is bad for you. How are you not like genetically or whatever it is already disposed to not like garlic if it can kill you? Like seriously. Okay. I guess this is the area where you sell your magnetite, if I remember correctly. Slam. All right. So here, park near the hog pen area. Yeah, you don't want to just carry this stuff over. All right, so we finally made it to here. All of this, like that whole muddy area, that's the actual thing. Oh, my attorney's calling me, so everyone can wait. Well, my attorney has this thing where they call you once a week just to see how you're doing, make sure all that kind of stuff. Like they're checking up on their own people, which was kind of annoying early on, but now that I'm like, oh, they're going to make $1 million off of me, yeah, I totally get it. Um, but normally it's like this Hispanic guy doesn't speak English very well at all, which I always find hilarious because I'd send him to voicemail most of the time. Sorry, I'm eating pasta still, and you get the visual voicemail on the iPhone, so it'll tell you, basically it turns into a text. It changes his. I guess his name is Efren. It changes his name to the weirdest shit every single time. Fucking hilarious. Anyway, this British lady with an amazingly beautiful voice. Like she should read stories or do like phone sex or whatever. Okay, so anyway, this big whole thing, that's the actual like claim. This is where we're gonna do excavators and this is gonna be the big money. But early on, you have this tiny little claim over here on the other side of the river. That little tiny muddy spot there that's in the headlights. That's where we're gonna hog pan and this is where we're gonna get our first amount of goodies. So like I said, haven't played the game in a million years, but that's proved by the fact that I don't remember the buttons anymore. But oh no, does the battery die? I don't think the battery dies. You know what? I'm gonna turn the headlights off because I don't even know. Oh my god! Show the controls. I said show the. Oh, there we go. That's the headlights. Okay. Now the sluice box core. Okay. And I know it said to just get the no extension. I got the extension. Oh no. There we go. Luckily, this game knows how to catch you pieces because maneuvering things is kind of a pain in the butt. I just realized that I actually could have gotten 4 more of these. Or I could have gotten 8 more of these. So you got 4 holders on either side. Okay, you have a bucket. You have a bucket. Why can't that? Oh. Seriously? Oh my freaking god. Like I said, sometimes the hit rate in this game is as bad as Battlefield 6. Alright, Bob, your uncle. Probably didn't need to get the gas can, now that I think about it. We didn't have any gas. Anything that runs on gas other than the truck. I just fill in buckets with water. Just the kind of thing that I do. I'm a water filling man. I'm the water boy. Select shovel from the toolbox. Alright. Fill the hog pan with dirt using the shovel. I should have got the mini. Whatever. I'll get that later. How do I... How do I... Action. And I'm pressing the button. Tool alternate action? Oh, tool meaning... Okay, I get it. There we go. And it looks like you're not actually doing any damage, but you are actually depressing the ground there. You can see a little bit. So, hold on. This is from the girlfriend. She's having a meltdown. When your last text message is the only thing I see on the screen and it says literally crying right now, comma, I expect the rest of the text messages to be all bad news, comma, so imagine my surprise when it's something good, period.
Okay. I'm eating this food before it gets cold.
All right. So obviously we want to fill the dirt to 100%. Then as we run the water down, the mats will pick up stuff, and we want them to get to 100%. Then when they do, we move on to the next step. We're only going to do this once through, because again, this is my tutorial mode that I'm doing for myself. And I'm gonna try one thing. I saw somebody say that if you just keep overfilling this, you'll get gold nuggets like all the time. So I want to see if that's actually the case. There you go. Just found a half-ounce gold nugget. I must be the luckiest person in the world. So, all right, now it says illusion fader. Now this is where somebody I saw was saying that if you just keep doing it, you'll just keep getting the gold nugget. I'm not seeing any evidence of this though. This illusion fader. I'm not going to do this much longer. Yep, all right, go with it. I have to do that. All right. So, pour the water down. And you can see the one goes down and the others go up. So you can see that doing this by hand takes a long time. I do know that at the beginning of this game can like drive people away because this takes forever, and you want to get to bulldozers, backhoes, drills, all kinds of stuff. But now that they've got the mini excavators and such, all right, we are back to digging now. Okay, well, so we got to do this 10 times. Oh, there you go. Okay, so that's what I mean by keep doing gold nuggets. I know at some point you'll find a big nugget, like a 13-ounce nugget or something like that. You'll even get a little congratulations note from whoever this old Arnold guy is, saying it's the biggest nugget you've ever seen. You're just the luckiest bastard who ever became lucky. I mean, I'm part of the one. Okay. Find enough gold nuggets. Whoa, 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 hey. If you look on the top right, you'll see that we've already collected 1.24 ounces of gold. That's the gold nuggets. So those get separated, obviously, from our little dirt juicing that we're doing here. All right. My food gets cold really fast, so give me just a second. Oh, that's right. You can fill buckets with dirt too. That's amazing. How much dirt? All right, now we know. So we can take the bucket, these are so we can like the buckets all over the place. Fill those. Sort of speed up our shoveling. So 3 shovels. Oh wow. Goes up pretty fast. I feel like I'm actually going to be overdoing it if I do a third bucket as well. And we're done. Get all that gold goodness as long as it's off the feed here. Okay, 35%, huh? Why don't I just keep going to their 100%? I got that part I don't understand. Why would you stop? Oh, there we go. Like, I know I had another bucket. Wait, I've also got a full bucket over there, too. Isn't this one already full? Yeah. So for some reason that thing was overfull the first time. Alright. Keep finding methods. Find the luckiest nugget finder. Wow, so if you walk away before that's completely done with the animation, it just fails. Haha. Did not mean to make a joke. Fails. Okay. So we'll not be doing this. We will definitely be getting the hog cam with the pump and getting a generator and all that fun stuff to pump up water over this stuff. See, you can see the dirt. Right? Yeah. Okay. All right, so we got our gold dirt water here. Oh, they want me to do this inside. So we pour all this right in there. Why don't I just take all this stuff? I'll just drop this in here. No. Oh my God. What a pain in the ass. Who's going to do this right here? Yeah. Really? I have to do this in the tent. Like, what if you spill? Like, do you really have to do this in the tent? Deep water in the tent. I gotta overshape this bitch. Keep scooping and watching until the water stops getting muddy. Okay. I mean, you can see the gold nuggets. Hello. Why is this so funky? Okay. These controls are as backwards as they can go. All right, I think we got this taken care of. Okay, switch to gold picking mode. Whoa, God. Oh my God, it's hypersensitive. Jesus. User. What a flake. Yeah, so drop this here. Get more of our gold sludge here. This. Alright, Rock's gun. Gold remains. Whoa. Yes, hello, kid. Okay, that is not a lot of gold. One second, guys. Sorry, guys. Stream keeps getting interrupted by life. Okay. Is that the end of that? No, there's still more in there. So I do know that you don't want to like prematurely go and do the gold bar because like it costs money to smelt the gold. So you want to make sure that you're at least getting your full amount. And one more. There you go. Got a couple good looking pieces there. Probably aren't going to be worth splickety lit. So we're at 3767 right now. And now we're at 3852. Wow, we didn't get a full tenth of an ounce. Almost a full tenth of an ounce. But, I mean, at the same time, hold on. How much is 1/10 of an ounce of gold right now?
I found this on the web.
Oh my God. You can't just tell me the price. It doesn't matter. I'm sure in-game it doesn't count anyway. You know, the information's not the same. They don't keep track of it real world, otherwise it'd be worth. I think gold's really expensive right now because of the price of oil. Okay. I'm assuming there's going to be one last bucket full. Yeah. Now the bucket's empty. Okay. So this is not how the rest of the game goes. At some point, you get yourself enough money to get an agitator that'll do this for you. That's that gold wave table thing. That just shakes all the stuff out for you. Oh my God, sit still. There we go. Story of my life. Okay. So we got nearly 4 ounces of gold. That's nice. Yeah, again, we're not doing this for keeps, so let's just go ahead and head back into town. Okay. Engine on. Headlights on because it's still dark. Once I finish this process, we will actually start over and do this in a much safer way. We'll get the loan. We'll slow down time just like this because look, it's still 8:46 in the morning. 10 days of summer and still snowing. Oh, Alaska. Whoa, 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 whoa. I missed my turn. Yep, I did. I like the fact that this is like a generic Dodge Chevy, but in no way is it a Ford. Oh my God, this fucking cat. Garlic will kill you. Fucking leave it alone. You're gonna fall. gonna fall. That's the other reason why I don't do this as much as you think you do. That loading screen is a real pain in the tuchus. Okay. Yeah, I knew the blacksmith was over here someplace. Wrong way. I just get on your husky and go. No? Okay. So, take our full amount here. Smelt it. All right. Oh my God. So I have to go refuel my truck. Oops. Okay. Let's be fair. That fence should have died. Also, the physics ain't physicsing because that gas can, that jerry can, should have been flying all over the bed of that truck. Cow lowing. Oh my God. All right, so yeah, so you can refuel lots of things. Fuck, man, free gas, I'll take it. This thing needs a turbo boost. It's diesel. It's probably already got a turbo on it. There should be like a scramble button or something. Okay. All right. Wait. Where is my gold bar? Pick up the gold bar. Okay. Um, bro, where's my gold bar? Game breaking glitch? I'll call the police, man. Where's my gold bar? Oh. I'm still having to wait. Okay, I see what's going on now. It says collected. It's not ready. So we're going to go in here and speed the game up. Apply. 11. Yep. This way you don't have to wait 12 hours. 9. Yep. Okay. That's what it is. Don't tell me to pick up my gold bar if it's not actually ready yet. Thanks, tutorial. I think we're almost there. Basically done. And go. All right, so go back in here, change the time back to normal. Take your shiny gold bar. Oh, there it is. Okay. Pull the gold bar down and go to the bank. You just drop it here. Like it doesn't matter as long as you go to the bank. But at the same time, my first gold bar. There. Put it next to the second most expensive thing in the entire world, a can of gas. They should make a game called Gasoline Excavator where you just go around siphoning gas out of people's cars and make a fucking mint. Everybody's got these kudos, man. All right. Let's see. Oh man, gold's at an all-time low. But still, only made 43.32. So, yep. And what do I own on the loan? Balance due, and total due. Look at that. I just made enough to completely pay off my loan. But we're going to use this money for other things. Actually, we're not going to use this money for anything because we're not even going to pay off the whole damn thing. No one can ever say that I leave a game and never come back to it while owing money. So you learn. Okay, we don't need any of this stuff because we are leaving the game. Yes. All right, so I now am more familiar with the controls, and I will even put on my headphones so that my audio is better for you guys. Yeah, and yeah. Okay. 1 second while I get these things set up. All right, so we're going to do a new game, another new game. We'll put it on easy mode, but we are going to change a few things. Like I said. So, right off the rip, go after this message again. Right off the rip, we are going to go to settings, game. All right, so everything does not cost $1. The time still goes at its normal rate. Gold nugget, yes. Prompts, yes. Digger help, sure. Failures are off. Pressure system, we'll leave that disabled for now. Yep, good with all of these. Solution box, 18%. Yeah, you may be asking yourself, DJ, why in the world did you just start over? And that's because we cheated on the last one. Everything cost $1. We're not doing that. That's the only real thing that we're going to be changing. Obviously, we're not going to follow step by step exactly what it says to do because we don't need to. Well, there's the cow. That's the time is frozen cow. All right. So, come over here. Release this for free to get ourselves the biggest phone possible. Goes on the rounds. Okay. We are going to be buying some of the beginner mining equipment. But this is, again, we're following something that I saw other people do. So we can only hope that it actually works the way they say it's going to. Fuck, I was facing this direction. Why would you turn me around? Alright. Everybody needs a box, or a bucket to get to. Don't. So you know what? We are going to need a carry can. If we're going to have things that run on diesel. We get the core. Get the hog pan, no pump. We'll buy the match just because it wants you to. Okay. So it's happy. $126. We'll get one of these. It's convenient for hauling and all the other things that we're going to end up getting. All right, so that's all we get from here. Pay for all of this. Go out. Then save my sanity. Put everything in the box. Ah, what's in the box? Really? You go in here. Whoa, 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 whoa. You also go in here. That seems safe. Good. Now we make one more Stop. See, this is the turn that I missed on that first one. All right, this way. Wow. Whoever thought the K turn would require loading the world up so much. You get a side by side? Bro, that just looks like too much fun. We are going to be getting this driller soon, but not right away. Where's all the mini machines? Ah, they opened up a new area back here. This fucking Frankenstein thing. I guess this isn't a new area. Look at the size of this front end loader. Huge excavator. Remote controlled conveyor belts. Gorgeous. Holy balls. Holy crap, look at this is all that, right? Shaker of the Orange Beast. Who names these things? Frame of the Orange Beast. What is going on? But this is what we're here for. So you got a little Bobcat. That's kind of cool. We're not going to grab this. We are getting the mini excavator. Oh, we've got a mini drilling machine. How cute. So we are going to rent this. It only costs $201 to rent it. And because our day is going super slow, again with the girlfriend. Okay, anyway, so we're going to rent this. Now, the one mistake that I have made many a time is you rent these things or you buy them or whatever, and you go, okay, cool, I got it. And then it's not where you think it's going to be. You got all kinds of really cool stuff here. These jigs, and here's the big Frankenstein. That thing is monstrous. Got a lot. Jesus, look at the size of this fucking killdozer. Anyway. I hate this thing. Then again, I hate a lot of these things. The excavators are kind of big things in the butt. So anyway, though, what you got to do is you got to actually come over here and pay for your rental. This thing came in huge. The power generator, so much easier than just running a bunch of little generators. You definitely know what it is. But paint shop, what? What? Did they have this before? Yo, for $1 million, I can paint the truck gold. Cow for free, huh? Halloween's free. Oh, but Christmas costs money, huh? Joyless bastards, yeah. $1,000, man. You know what? The girlfriend will like this. And it's free, so who cares? I can paint my shovel? Apparently not. Okay, well, all right. Well, that's cool, I guess. All right, so check out transport. So we're going to, I guess we have to check out first. Order it. She's been automatically transported to our nearest storage space. You can move them to your plane from the transport window next to you. There's a limit on how many vehicles from machine store you can have on your plane at the same time, so you may have to sacrifice one for another. You increase the limit of the bank or transport window for a price. Remember, every vehicle counts as one, so make sure there's enough space where you spend all your money on one of them. Good, no, I'm not even going to get rid of that. Okay. How much does it cost to upgrade? $50,000. I guess we're going to be making a good amount of money in this game. So that is good old Arnold Parcel. $400, worth it. Now we don't have to get like a trailer and trailer it over there. Now we got ourselves a fairly wicked looking Halloween truck. What does that say? Sebastian? Who the hell is Sebastian? Is that a reference to like a cartoon I don't understand? Okay. Anyway, we'll have to see the wizard. So the reason I got the little mini excavator there is that instead of using the shovel like we did, which took... Do I care about the story? I don't think I do. Anyway, instead of using the shovel to slowly fill up the hog pan, you can just use the excavator, and apparently, at least according to the one thing that I saw, you find, you know, a billion gold nuggets doing that. And what the guy was doing was just continuing to dump dirt into the hog pan thing without pouring any water. So, we'll see about that. And there's our mini excavator. There's me running the tiniest stick at full speed and not having anything happen. Other than please stop. Do I have to back this in? No. Is that actually going to be a problem? Yes. Because I won't be able to get the excavator faster. There. Don't say I never did nothing. Way to turn my headlights off. Okay. Let's go set a few of these things up. Trying to grab the big sucker. There we go. I'll do it all at once. This box is cool. Hog pan. I'll put it out. Buckets everywhere. I'll drop it. You go back to the truck. I should have got diesel. Extra stuff. Now, if you remember, we had 4 last time. That's because we had the extension on here. We're not even going to bother with the extension because it's talking about, you know, a lot of time to get a couple flakes. And if this works, what just happened? Anyway, if this works the way allegedly it does, the way to run. Yes, I am technically running right now. Anyway, if this works the way it's supposed to work, it's going to get us a ton of money. Okay. Oh man, there are a ton of kids. Hold on. Turned it on. Driving mode. Ah. Slow down there, buddy. Oh, you got a speeding ticket. Now, to the best of my knowledge, from what I remember, you return this thing after you empty the gas out, by using it. They don't charge you anything. They're like, you have rented it with the gas that's in it, and if you return it with gas in it, that's your problem, not theirs. Or, yeah, they're not going to reimburse you for any gas you put in it, but you're also not going to get charged for any gas that you use, which, is nice. Can I not drive through the area that looks like there's clearly able to drive through it? The tree, that tiny little tree branch, colliding. Still colliding with a tiny tree branch. Wow. I'm not even colliding with it. Okay. That was not the fun that I've had in the world. Alright, so now we do a little positioning here. The whole idea is that we want to be able to get that little drop box. Yeah, see, that's too far. Change this camera angle. There. So we want the drop box to obviously be right there. All right. And brake. Cool. Why are you not there? All right, so we're just going to start scooping. Open bucket. There we go, hit the activator. So awkward to control. Found a nugget. Gotta wait for that to go away. Found another nugget. Wait for it to go away. See, we're just gonna keep doing this. Like we're almost at the same amount of gold that we had. Um, after like, a full day of panic for gold, basically. One of these years I'll figure out how to control this thing. We did not get a good scoop on that. So all the people who do this in real life, congratulations, man. That ain't. Must not be getting a good amount of dirt in the scoops. It's definitely operating up on it. There's no question about this. This is definitely a DJ skill issue, not a game issue. Well, it's probably a little of both. The game should be easier to figure out. It should really be control. I might get one per. Oh my God. See, now we're getting at least two. Okay, we'll go this way. I know the title of this is Playing Mining Simulator, but this really needs to be just DJ Tennington learns how to operate an excavator with funky controls. That's the real name.
this video. Okay, we got almost a full ounce out of that. These so non-intuitive controls. Why is there no dirt in there? Bro. There. For the record, we're not doing this entire plot here, this little tiny thing. It's just what we're doing. So that's just grab some dirty goodness, get some starting money. $1.3. Wow. Okay. $1.35. Nice. I think I'm going to go till we get 20 ounces, I guess. So let's see. Gold's been going for $1,200 an ounce, 20 ounces for $24,000. We only owe X amount, but maybe we'll go more. It'd be nice to buy a bunch of the good stuff. So obviously the middle of this thing is going to be deeper. So we've been running into non-mineable soil as we dig down. That's what's been causing the thing to not develop what we need to. Target-wise. Or, load-wise. 0.17. Donut, okay, good. Okay. Yep. 14. Very bottomed out on this. Keeping a different area, so. Drop some stick. $1.89. Damn. Took a few more of those. Alright, so we got one area we hit the ground on. Let's hit right next to it. Let's hit right next to it. Sure was a sound. .3. Okay. All right, so we're already at 17, basically almost 17 and a half ounces of gold. Doesn't suck all the way. So, right here. No! Oh. Okay. Here a little bit. That sure looks like there's nothing in the frickin' bucket, doesn't there? Even though a bunch of dirt just disappeared. Let me get by. Christ. With this damn thing. And by this damn thing, I mean you. .8. So, obviously, in the future, what's going to go on is we're going to use a much bigger excavator and putting it into like a dump truck. So, you don't have to worry about a tiny little pit box on this. You still have to worry about the hitbox because bigger excavator has a bigger bucket, therefore it's got a bigger drop area, and you can still miss. .73. But I don't know if you get the nuggets then. I think this is just early on. $2.25. That looks like a good chunk of gold, goldy dirt. Ah. $2.4, cardboard core. Alright, one more of these will put me over 30. I mean, there's no reason to stop, to be honest. Except for the infuriation of how much dirt I'm not collecting from this thing. That's a word, right? Really? Because I said one more is. Okay, that's what it was. No, I'm not doing this. I can see that much of it. There we go. This is the one. This is good. This is gonna last forever. Really? Nothing? No nuggets? Am I too cautious? Did I like scare all the nuggets out of it or something? Fuck, why am I not getting any more nuggets? It's because I set myself a goal of 38. First off, what the hell is going on? Second off, what the hell is going on? not going slow enough or something? Like, it feels like I'm not getting as much dirt in these as I was. That's what's causing me to have these problems. I close the thumb again. Maybe it's because the thumb wasn't open. Or it wasn't closed. I don't know. Maybe using the thumb is the sweet spot. Maybe it's just done giving me nuggets. I select this thing, will you finally go away? I am mining fucking gold. You know what? Just so you guys are leaving the hell alone. Get this thing to stop. Good. So the hog thing is good. Pretty sure it's already full of it. Maybe this will work. Nothing, huh? Okay. The reason I'm doing this now is I want these freaking chips to go away without having to turn off all the things. It's fun. At least this time we only have 2 mats worth of gold. You know how heavy that bucket would be filled with that much water. I'm just saying. All right, so we're at 28.188. God, can you imagine trying to get, to 28 with this, where you're getting, hundredths and thousandths of an ounce? My God, we've barely collected 2/10 of an ounce. Oh, okay, good. No, I just want to drop it. There. Do I have to drive that thing back? I have to drive that thing back. Yeah. Just for craps and giggles. We'll try it. All right, let's stop. Seriously? Wild. Nope. All right. So we'll return this sucker. I'm sorry. Can you see a tree? Is that what you're hung up on? In fact, there's literally just a tree within your line of sight. Yeah. We sell back here. Yeah, yeah. All right, so now we've got 28.347. That is going to be enough to give us the drill. And that's the next big step. So we're going to go to the blacksmith, smelt down this gold ore and turn it into gold bars. We're going to sell it at the bank, pay off the loan, and then get back out here. Pardon me. Use 5 grand to start. I got my own buggy driver. Mm-hmm. Jesus. Melt is the gold. I can only do a 20 ounce. Okay, well, while we're doing this, we're going to come in here. And we'll go all the way to 12. Grab some fuel. I said, Jesus Christ. Grab some fuel. Very good. Safety first, always turn this off. It's too far, huh? Price per gallon, 7.71. Yowzer the Dowser. God, this fucking thing. Fine, I'll do it once. Let's see it. What is going on? Woo. Oh, can't smell the rust until sell this. Oh, power electric boom. Look at that. Scratchy ear here. What are we doing? Yeah, like that, of course. Do I have any ones? Okay. Whoa. $22,000, huh? I'll take it. Ow. All right, we've made a profit of $19,000. Not bad. Congratulations, now true gold miner. Before moving on to the next level, you need to collect a bit more gold. Continue digging using the method you've already learned. To check the journal, find out how you can expand your tier 1 setup by adding a water pump and additional hog pan extensions. We ain't doing any of that. We're not even going to go smelt the other 8.3 because you can only do, or you can max out at 20 ounce per gold bar. And I just feel like it's an inefficient use of time. Oh, shit, time. To do that. So, everything I've got to do. Just use the time. No, I'm going to do this. U-turn. Oh, it's freaking side by side. Which does it cost to lease? $168 for renting. I'll get you around faster. It's not totally sure what I use it for. Oh, you can throw things in the back with it. Okay.
But this is what I'm here for. 24.21 to rent. $1,500, totally worth it. Okay. 20 grand. I've already collected 20 grand. Thank you very much. All right, now the idea of the driller is that it is supposed to survey your plot. I guess is the best way to describe it. So you can drill. The plot is broken up into a bunch of different, like a grid, and you can drill the grid like 16 times. Of course, if you put your drill between two of the places where you can drop it, you'll actually count it as two different drillings. Even though you only done once, it's fine. Whoops. Just remember there is something to go by. Upgrade. Anyway, when you're drilling, though, you can produce relatively large gold nuggets. So not only are you getting information on where you should be digging when the time comes for you to start excavating, you're also potentially making a fortune. And so that is how you should start this game off. Doing right here. That'll give you all the starting funds here. Probably should run. Why? Every single time. Just let me get out the direction I'm already facing. How about that? Alright, where did I see those? So, okay, first off, we'll get the extension. Sure. And we'll get the pulp version. Sure. We'll get all of these in the world. That does not. Alright, so I already got two, so I'll get 12. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, got some buckets, but alright, so we need a water pump. Small piece of it. This just told me. Wait a minute. Journal or old map. Yeah. Water.
Well, extract some small. I mean, yes, I just get the small hoses, then what hose? I get 3 of them. Alright, so I've got diesel, so that's fine. So this will set if that whole tier 1 area, right? I should probably look at that actually. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Tools, trailers, vehicle wash, water. Small diesel water pump. So this is it. Doesn't tell me which ones I need to get. Okay. Oh, really? Wow. Thin water hose. This is where to find it. I don't want to learn where to find it. I want to use it. So that'll be under accessories. Thin, sometimes more than one thin hose to connect a pump and a device. Use a connector to attach an additional hose at the end. Oh, that's the connector. Low size water hose, enough to water up the smallest devices that don't use a lot of water. Okay, whatever. I'm sure we'll be coming back here many a time. Okay. Oh. Got to pay for it. Do I have everything I need? Got the rest of that set up. Got this. Eventually I'll have to go ahead and get a wave table, magnetite separator, a generator. Or just sort of skip all of that. That is nice. Okay. Okay, but oh my god, I still didn't get the fucking drill bit. Please just wait a second. We got more than one? Oh. Okay, I can take 4. Sure. Sure. No. No, not like that. still did not get the one thing I came here for. Reinforced drill. No, that's more money than I've got. I'm not going to even buy it. Fuck that. Aha, so you do need batteries. I wonder how much of that stuff I don't need because I don't have the repairs done on, or it needs repairs. I remember turning out of here with a trailer one time. It's bullshit, and it got so stuck that I just quit the game. I find it strange that it doesn't show you how much money you've got up in the top right there, that key. Slam. Look away for half a second. Don't drive distracted, kids. I'm about to get really upset that this thing didn't get positive out of here. Oh shit! Whoops. No. No. Probably a bad idea. Hard thing yet. Huh. You can just run into them. Oh, my sweet giddy aunt.
Oh, got stuff to do here. Whoops. Oh no. The bigger hose for Alf? Are you kidding me? In.
Oh, you could put them on the. Yeah, whatever.
What am I doing? Why did I not? Ah, I'm not thinking this all the way through, obviously. I did not need to refill this pot thing. Yeah. Where's the other bucket? I'm missing an entire bucket here? No? Alright, I'm gonna. You go over here for me. You have your home here. Okay, that's good. For now. These deals. no water. Really? Nope. Bad. This sucker should be picking up water. What's going on here? That's the problem here. Get out of there. Well, plenty of wasting gas. I need a big hose going out. Whatever. It's not what I'm here for anyway. Just wasting time. Okay. So raise, lower, drill. Backpack. They call that your backpack. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Oh, gotta move the camera. Okay. All right, so we're gonna head over here now. If anybody's actually still paying attention, I don't know why you people are here. You'll see that there are a bunch of grids marked on the dirt, which were not here before. This is our grid. Let's see. How do we... Aha, there it is. So we're... Wait. I guess we're over here on the right. Yeah, so there's 72. Yeah, I'm not drilling. Sure. You're not gonna... There. Ah, there's the free camera that I was looking for. Funny, I got the brake set. Yeah, we're still sliding all over the damn place. No gold nugget. But also didn't get good. There we go. Holy shit. Look at that. 13.67 nugget. Just like that. And now, so, but if we zoom in, he's calling me. Melbourne, Florida. I don't think I know anybody here. Spam call. Yeah, so get in further, allegedly. I don't even know what to do. I know there's a way to get, there we go. So you can sort of see how much gold there is at certain depths, and you know it's worth drilling or not, but it's not. So this can go on for quite some time. But if you just stay with it, push forward, you will get quite a lot of gold from just the nuggets. So that's my plan. There we go. There's another nugget. We're going to end up with a metric butt ton of gold just from the nuggets. Now we're obviously in the square here. And there we go. That's the plan going forward. So I am going to put on an audiobook to listen to, and oh, look at that. Got ourselves a nugget. Anyway, I'm going to put on an audiobook. I'll probably just leave the audio on, so hopefully I don't get a copyright hit for that, because you know you will if you was playing music or something. And yeah, if anybody tunes in or is anyone to type on the screen, I'll see it, and then give me something to talk about. But until then, enjoy just mind-numbing content. I'm taking off the headset, so there's just the ambient noise. So you'll hear me yelling at the cats.
It's to find that you torture potential candidates. Those are some interesting ethics. Our enemies are usually murderers and terrorists, Major. They often require a show of strength and brutality equal to their own before they relent. My job is to find the men smart enough to know when brutality is necessary. Answer struggled to soon upright and straight. Well, he asked, am I such a man? Did I pass his screening? I assumed it. No, said Wood. Because nobody gets in my unit unless they break out. Submitting to torture means you already lost once. You have to hate to lose so badly that you'd rather die trying to escape, and then be good enough to escape without dying. Anyone in my unit would have overpowered these two men guarding the woman and escaped from this warehouse in 3 minutes. I just sat there for a minute. Izzy looked up at him, stopped. Sorry, soldier, said Wood. You failed.
Chapter 4. Council. The helm on El Cavador was always buzzing with activity, but today the crew seemed especially occupied. Now that the Italians were gone and the week of trading and banqueting was over, the whole ship was in a rushed frenzy to make up for lost time with the dig. Quick ships to prepare, flight paths to program, scans of the rock to take and decipher, machines to operate for the miners below. Dozens
Funny.
of plans and decisions and commands all happening at once. With Concepcion at the center of it all, taking questions, interpreting data, issuing orders, and flying from station to station with the nimbleness of a woman half her age. Victor and Edimar were floating at the hatch entrance, taking it all in, waiting for a break in the chaos to approach Concepcion about the alien spacecraft Edimar had found. From the look of things, it didn't seem like they were going to get that chance anytime soon. Maybe we should come back some other time, said Edimar. She seems busy. Nothing is more important than this, Mom, said Victor. Believe me, she'll be glad we interrupted. Victor turned on his greaves, allowing his feet to descend to the floor, and crossed the room toward Concepcion, who had anchored at the holotable with a group of crewmen. Dreo, one of the navigators, a big man in his 50s, stepped in front of Victor and lightly put a hand on Victor's chest, stopping him. You headed, Vico? Victor sighed inside. Dreo fancied himself second in command, even though that position was officially held by Victor's uncle Selmo. Victor gestured back to Edimar. That moved from her spot by the hatch. Edimar and I need to speak with Concepcion immediately. It's urgent. Concepcion is not to be disturbed, said Dreo. We're almost at the lump. This is more important than the lump, said Victor. Dreo smiled sardonically. Really? What is it? I'd rather speak to Concepcion directly, if you don't mind. It's an emergency. He made a move to go around Dreo, but the man put his hand out again and stopped Victor a second time. What kind of emergency? A leak? A fire? A severed limb? Because it better be life-threatening if you're going to bother the captain right now. Call it a very unique emergency, said Victor. Very warning, said Dreo. You and Edimar go wait at Concepcion's office while I relay your message to her. She'll come the moment she can. Dreo turned back to the system chart on his screen. Victor didn't move. After a moment, Dreo sighed and turned back to him. You haven't gone to the office yet, Vico. And I won't until I see you relay my message. Or you get out of my way. Rayo looked annoyed. You are all
Or my nuggets.
kinds of trouble today, aren't you? He was referring to Honda, of course. As a member of the council, Drayo would know everything. Victor remained where he was and said nothing. Drayo grunted, turned away from his charts, and moved to Concepcion. He tapped her on the shoulder, and they spoke in hushed tones. Concepcion made eye contact with Victor, then looked toward the hatch at Edimar. She gave Drayo brief instructions that Victor couldn't hear, and returned her attention to the holotable. Drayo came back with a triumphant smile. You're to wait at her office, like I told you. Did you tell her it was an emergency? Yes. Drayo raised a hand, gesturing to the office. Now, go. Victor motioned for Edimar, and they both made their way to the office. It was the second time Victor had been ushered into this room today. Though the meeting with Concepcion that morning about Honda's departure already felt like a distant memory. What if it turns out to be nothing? Said Edimar. It's just a glitch in the system. It's the most likely explanation. That's far more probable than it being an alien spacecraft or a secret corporate near-light-speed ship. You went over this data several times, Edimar. If you're wrong and it's nothing, which it isn't, then coming to Concepcion was still the right thing to do. We'll appreciate you bringing it to her attention.
There we go. Oh, wow. Jesus.
At Concepcion, my father will be furious. It's not too late to go to your father first, Mom. She shook her head. No, this is right. Concepcion first. They had been over this already. Edimar was convinced that if she went first to Tyrone, her father, he would either sit on the data to review it later, or he would dismiss the whole thing outright. Victor seriously doubted that Tyrone would be dismissive in the face of so much overwhelming evidence, yet Edimar had been adamant. I don't know him, Vico. She was wrong on that. Victor did know her father. Tyrone was Honda's father as well. But Victor wasn't going to argue the point. Going to Concepcion now, Edimar believed, would cause the least friction between her and her father in the long run. If Edimar ended up being right, then the immediacy of the situation could excuse her skipping Tyrone and going directly to Concepcion. But if Edimar went to Tyrone first and got rejected, she would then feel a moral obligation to circumvent her father and go to Concepcion anyway. Edimar had talked herself through every scenario until Victor was pink in the face. It was an alien ship, for crying out loud. One that could potentially be headed to Earth. Are we honestly going to worry about hurting Tyrone's feelings? Concepcion can read the data herself, Mom, said Victor. Let her look at it and decide what it means. They waited for 10 minutes. Finally, Selmo, Victor's uncle and Concepcion's true second-in-command, floated into the room. Concepcion will see you. She asks that you meet her in the greenhouse. Victor thought that odd. The greenhouse was humid and cramped and a terrible place to meet. Why not in her office? Selmo shrugged. But Victor could tell from Selmo's expression, and by the way he glanced at Edimar, that he did know, that at least he suspected. It then dawned on Victor what Selmo must be thinking. Selmo was a member of the council, and here Victor was with Honda's younger sister, asking to meet with Concepcion mere hours after Honda's departure. The natural assumption would be that this had something to do with Honda. But what? That Victor and Edimar were demanding her return? That was lunacy. Victor would never reveal his love for Honda to Edimar. That would be unthinkable. He and Edimar could never be allies in that, and Victor would never want to attempt it anyway. But Selmo didn't know that. He merely saw a broken-hearted boy and a departed girl's feisty little sister and jumped to the wrong conclusion. Apparently Concepcion had as well. Meeting in the greenhouse was her way of being cautious. There they would be far from the eyes and ears of everyone else, in case this was about Honda. This is what my life will be like if I stay here, Victor realized. council will ever look at me without seeing Honda also. The eye detected something, said Victor. That's why we need to see Concepcion. Selmo seemed momentarily relieved, until he understood the full implication. He turned to Edimar, concerned. What is it? We're not sure, said Victor. The Concepcion will know. It may be nothing. We'll pause for a moment. Don't tell anyone. We just want to be sure. Thanks for your help. He launched out of the room and made his way down the corridor toward the greenhouse. Edimar caught up to him, annoyed. Why'd you go blabbering to Selmo for? Not everyone will know I saw something. Selmo will stay quiet. And everyone will know soon enough anyway. How did Concepcion says it's nothing? There's a chance I'm wrong, Vico. I could have forgotten the whole thing and nobody would have been the wiser. Well, my father will definitely find out. Victor caught himself on a bulkhead and stopped to face her. First, it is. We've established that. Stop questioning it. Second, if you want adults and your father to take you seriously, Ma, you need to put this concern family above your father's anticipated reactions and do what you know is your job. He hadn't meant it to sound like a rebuke, but it had come out that way. Victor felt the tiniest pang of guilt then. He had put an end to Selmo's misconception, but by doing so he had made it possible for Tyrone to find out through the wrong channels. But what could Victor do? The alternative was far worse. Having Selmo or others believe that Edimar was somehow aware of or implicated in Victor and Honda's taboo relationship would be a devastating blow to Edimar's reputation on the council. Victor couldn't stomach that. He wouldn't let the shame of him and Honda spread to Edimar. I won't say another word to anyone, said Victor. I won't even go to the greenhouse, if you prefer. This is your discovery, not mine. Her answer was quick. No, I want you there. All right, let's go. The greenhouse was a long tube, 4 meters wide, with vegetables growing from pipes running the length of the room. The pipes took up every available space on the wall, creating a thick tunnel of green all around you. Tomatoes, okra, cilantro, sprouts, all with their leaves and bodies floating out from the holes in the pipes like seaweed. It was an aeroponic, soilless system, and all of the atomized, nutrient-rich mists were sprayed through the pipes onto the root systems only twice an hour. Some of the mist always escaped, and the room was always uncomfortably humid. It was also exceptionally bright. And as Victor and Edimar passed through the anteroom and into the actual greenhouse, it took Victor's eyes a moment to adjust to the vapor lamps. The air was thick with the scent of greenery and cilantro and the nutrient solution. Concepcion was deep in the room with her feet pointed toward them, her body perpendicular to their orientation, waiting. Victor and Edimar changed their orientation to match hers and launched what was now up, deeper into the greenhouse. Now the greenhouse felt like a silo, and Victor could see why. Concepcion would prefer to meet with their bodies positioned this way. They wouldn't have to stoop to keep their feet and heads out of the plants. Concepcion was floating beside a long section of sprouts. Here the plants were shorter, so the tunnel was wider, giving the three of them more room to face each other. Victor caught himself on one of the handholds and stopped in front of Concepcion. I'm sure I need not tell you both how busy we are with the dig, said Concepcion. But I also know that neither of you would call something an emergency unless it absolutely was one. Victor looked at Edimar and waited. The eye detected something, said Edimar. A movement out in deep space. I've been over the data dozens of times, and the only explanation that I can see is that it's some type of spacecraft decelerating from near light speed. Concepcion blinked. Excuse me? I know it doesn't make any sense, said Edimar. I hardly believe it myself, but unless I'm wrong, and I absolutely could be, there is something out there that is moving faster than humanly possible. I even showed it to Victor to see what he thought, because it all seemed completely ridiculous to me. Victor nodded. It looks legit. Did you show your father? Asked Concepcion. Not yet. I've been manning the eye myself today. Father is helping with the dig. Victor and I thought it best to come straight to you. Concepcion looked at each of them before gesturing to Edimar's goggles. Is that the data there? Yes, ma'am, said Edimar, handing over the goggles. Concepcion put them on and tightened the straps. As she blinked her way through the data, Victor and Edimar waited. After 5 minutes, Concepcion removed the goggles and held them in her hands. Who else knows about this? No one, said Edimar. I mentioned to Selmo that the eye had detected something, said Victor, but I didn't say what. Concepcion nodded and faced Edimar. Can you decipher its trajectory? Not yet, said Edimar. Not at this distance, it's too far out. Assuming its trajectory was headed toward us, said Concepcion, could you guess at how long it would take to reach us? Not accurately, said Edimar. Best guess, at least a few weeks, but no more than a few months. The problem is I don't know how far away it is. All I know is that it's moving at near light speed, and then we can see the light from it, which is obviously moving at light speed, so it could be closer than we think. I don't know. Concepcion pulled her handheld from its place on her hip and started tapping commands into it. I'm calling an emergency meeting of the council. We'll meet this evening on the helm. I'll look with you there. She pocketed her handheld. In the meantime, don't speak of this to anyone. The one exception is Tyrone. I'd like him to look at this as soon as possible. It's not that I doubt your interpretation of the data, Edimar. I would have reached the same conclusion myself, but perhaps Tyrone will see something we don't. You did the right thing coming to me, but I hope Tyrone proves us wrong. I don't like anything that I can't understand, and I don't understand this at all.
Man, one pass, and we're almost at 100,000 ounces, or 100 ounces.
He had suggested that she speak with him alone, but Edimar had insisted that Victor come along.
Now we're over.
He won't be as angry with me if someone else is there, she had said. Victor wasn't eager to see Tyrone so soon after Honda's departure. How would Tyrone react? Did he blame Victor for what had happened? Did he believe that Victor should have seen where the relationship was headed and taken greater care to end it? Did he harbor ill will? Victor would rather not find out, especially not today, with the sting of Honda's departure still fresh in Tyrone's mind. But what could Victor do? He couldn't hide from Tyrone. Sooner or later, their paths would cross. It was a small ship. Did he want to hide, really? There was a part of him that wanted to apologize. A part of him that wanted to assure Tyrone that nothing improper had happened. Victor hadn't known anything was wrong. It had been an innocent mistake. That wouldn't change the outcome of it all. That wouldn't diminish the pain. But maybe it would bring him and Tyrone a little peace. Tyrone was in the cargo bay making repairs to the mining gear Victor had won in a trade with the Italians. It was no secret that Tyrone had always wanted to work alongside the miners, but his proficiency and training with the eye had kept him assigned to the crow's nest instead. He was so absorbed in his work that he didn't notice Victor and Edimar launch from the hatch and land near him. "Hello, Father," said Edimar. Tyrone looked tired and defeated. When he saw Edimar, his expression turned to one of surprise. "I was watching the eye," he said. "It's on auto," said Edimar. "You should never put it on auto unless it's an absolute emergency mode." Tyrone glanced at Victor, noticing him for the first time. His brow furrowed. "What is this, boy?" "The eye detected something, Father, out beyond the ecliptic in deep space." Tyrone gestured to Victor. "What does he have to do with it?" "I showed it to him," said Edimar. "Why?" "Because I wanted to make sure I was interpreting the data correctly before I showed an adult." "He's not a spotter," said Tyrone. He can't read the data. Actually, I can, thought Victor, but he said nothing. Nor is he your teacher, Mark, said Tyrone. I am. If you have a question about the eye, you call me and nobody else. Victor hasn't been trained with the eye. Getting his opinion is a waste of time. Edamar raised her voice slightly, surprising Victor. Did you even hear what I said, Father? The eye detected something. I heard you perfectly, said Tyrone. If you raise your voice at me again, young lady, you will not like the consequences. Any apprentice on this ship would lose his commission with that attitude. And I will not be any more patient with you simply because you're my daughter. It's a spacecraft, said Edamar, at near light speed. That gave Tyrone pause. He studied their faces and could see that they meant it. He motioned with his hand. Give me the goggles. Edamar passed them to him, and Tyrone slid them over his eyes. After a minute, he started asking Edamar questions, most of which Victor didn't understand. What algorithms had Edamar considered? What measurements had the eye taken? What processing sequences had she used? What coded commands had she entered? After that, Tyrone's questions began to sound more like a rebuke. Did you try such and such? Did you think to do this or that? At first, Edamar answered yes. She had tried everything. But as Tyrone continued peppering her with possible actions she could have taken, Edamar's confidence began to wane. No, she hadn't tried that. No, she hadn't thought to do that. No, she hadn't run that scenario. By the end of it, Edamar was near tears. Tyrone removed the goggles. Go back to the eye, Edamar. And when I get there, we'll look at this a little more thoroughly. If it proves to be something, well, go show Concepcion. Edamar looked desperately to Victor, asking for help. Actually, said Victor, we've already gone to Concepcion. Before you came to me? Asked Tyrone. I thought she needed to see it immediately, said Edamar. Me? Said Tyrone. You mean you and Vico? This doesn't concern him, Mar. He replaces light bulbs and fixes toilets. What the eye finds is my specialty, not his. And from the way you've responded to all this, I would add, not yours either. I don't see how this is a difficult concept for you to grasp, Edamar. I'm the spotter. Me. I will school you in how to watch the sky. I will help you decipher the data, and I will decide if and when anything is brought to the captain's attention. Edamar's cheeks flushed. Go to the eye and wait for me, said Tyrone. Do not ask for help along the way. Do not get the opinion of a passerby. You and I will address this alone. It's not her fault we went to Concepcion, said Victor. It's mine. I'm the one who suggested it. And who gave you that authority? Asked Tyrone. Anyone who sees a potential threat to the ship has an obligation to report it, said Victor, reciting policy. You know all about rules, don't you, Vico? Said Tyrone. He meant Donnie. This had started as a conversation about an object in space, but it had suddenly become, for Tyrone at least, about Anka. Tyrone blamed Victor, or he hated Victor so intensely for it that it consumed his thoughts. Even now, when something as strange and potentially threatening as an alien starship was brought to his attention. It's not Vico's fault, Father, said Edamar. I asked him to help me. Tyrone kept his eyes on Victor. Go to the eye, Edamar. But go to the eye. It was nearly a shout, and Edamar recoiled, fearing perhaps that a hand or fist would follow. She launched off the floor toward the hatch.
Come on, Nugget.
Nope. Until he heard the hatch door close. They were alone. I want to be very clear about something, Vico. I want you to listen to what I'm saying, because I am only going to say this once. It's something I should have said to you a long time ago. You stay away from my daughters. Do you understand me? If Idema asks for your help, you ignore her. If she begs for your opinion, you walk away. If she makes eye contact with you from across the room, you pretend she doesn't exist. She is a ghost to you. Invisible. Am I making myself clear? Because it seems to me that you don't know the boundaries of what's
There we
appropriate
go.
and what isn't. It was a ridiculous accusation. The idea that Victor would do anything inappropriate with Honda was infuriating. But to insinuate that his behavior toward Edemar could be anything less than honorable was an egregious insult. It was the vilest and most cruel thing Tyrone could say, especially considering how pained and guilty he knew Victor must be because of Honda. And of course, Tyrone knew the accusation was baseless. He knew Victor was only helping, that Victor's intentions were purely supportive and protective of the family. That wasn't his reason for lashing out. He was angry because his eldest daughter was gone, and his second daughter had sought counsel with the very person who had lost him the first. Victor kept his voice calm. Alejandra leaving has nothing to do with this, Tyrone. The shove to the chest happened fast, and since Victor wasn't rooted to the floor with Greaves like Tyrone, the force of it pushed Victor back 20 feet. His back slammed into one of the big air tanks, and the metallic clang of the impact reverberated through the cargo bay. It didn't hurt terribly, but it shocked Victor and immediately got his blood up. He reoriented himself, switched on his greaves, and let his feet lock to the floor. When he lifted his head, he could see that Tyrone was just as surprised as Victor was. He hadn't meant the shove to be so hard, and he certainly hadn't intended for Victor to fly back as he had. But then Tyrone's expression darkened, and he pointed a finger. Never speak the name of my daughter again. Tyrone turned off his greaves and launched upward toward the hatch.